Gold Roman Bowl is the prize for the first boat under the IRC rating system. The boats go to the finish line and their time is corrected according to their IRC rating. So for a slow boat, you are allowed more time to finish the race. But the IRC rating system is supposed to level the playing field.
The top tip for taking part, I think, is keep it really simple. Prepare early.
Most essential that you get a good weather forecast. If you go onto Winguru website, you can get weather forecasts for around the island and different spots around the island, and they're in 3-hour segments. So you can see what the wind is likely to do on the day that you're going to race.
Sail your own race, really. Try to figure out a strategy in advance depending on wind conditions or likely wind conditions and tide conditions.
First of all, you've got to have a good boat and a very good crew. Secondly, you've got to get a good start. If you don't get a good start off the quadrant line, you're going to be in dirty wind for a long time. It is a big fleet. You're talking about hundreds of boats on a reasonably short line. It's just a matter of sussing out where you want to be and being there at the right time.
There's an awful lot of boats out there, a huge number of boats, and you really need to keep an eye out at all times. So you're trying to race the fastest race that you can, but you've got to be aware all the time of all the boats around you.
Take advantage of the tide rips that you've got in various places down through the Solent. Take advantage of tide eddies that you've got all around the island in various places.
The tidal streams around the island are very well documented. Everyone knows them, everyone can read about them. If you haven't sailed around the island, you need to do that. If it's a good blow, it's just a question of staying in the good tidal streams or keeping out of the tidal streams.
I think one other little thing that probably springs to mind, short tacking, having been sailing for something like 8 hours, pretty tired, pretty cold and so on, short tacking off Ryde Pier on the way back in through the Eastern Solent. My wife, who was again the boat organiser and did the foredeck and sometimes helmed the boat as well, she provided us all with a cup of coffee. And that cup of coffee probably won the race more than anything, because it just kind of revitalised us. And it's funny little things like that you remember, but they count, yeah.
I think the most challenging aspect of the Round the Island race for me is the area around Ryde Sands, and that balance between staying in the shallow water and not going aground. The year that we won, we did actually go aground and we managed to get off, but it is a real close call all the time, with a lot of boats coming in on starboard, a lot of bawling and shouting. It's a very challenging part of the race, and it's quite satisfying when you get out the other side and you're away from those very hard, shallow sands.
It's a cliche, but never give up, because you really don't know, I mean, how you're doing. It's very hard to tell, and you know, sometimes you think things have gone wrong, but they're going wrong for other people as well.
And different weather conditions will suit different boats, so there's always that element of luck.